It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got Breece Hall. He had a great week last week. Well over 100 on the ground with a score. It's the Barons and the Raiders. And it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Brooklyn Barons and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play, and losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
And off we go from Las Vegas. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss, and despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Right to the air is Carr. He finds his man complete. It's Barber. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Carr out to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 12 carries, 58 yards.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Play action. Now it's Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
To Josh Jacobs. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He hits Adams complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence, and he doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game, and who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now.
Carr to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Barber. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
They can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. A check on the numbers by Moore last week. 9 catches, 84 yards.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first, but he also, in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get into the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Hall again on 2nd down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. And finding Davis here, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Barber. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call.
A.J. Cole in punt formation for the Raiders.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders will take over here just shy of the 30.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he powers his way up past the 30. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll give to Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And check down complete to Hall. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
5 yards remain on second down. Down right around the 25. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Second and 10 now. Wilson. Throw over the middle. He's got Ruckert. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. This a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now Carr. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing now is Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. Ball again on 2nd down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Wilson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Harris now to return. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 10. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Again, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And his throw is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with it.
Now Davis fumbles it, and the Raiders pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Carr now to throw. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Throwing is Wilson. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. Damian Harris, a force in that first half with 2 touchdown runs. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Justin Jefferson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Marcus Mariota, over 400 yards passing with 3 touchdown passes as well. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Again, he finds Moore. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll run with Hall. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll bring up fourth and first down, but unable to do much from there.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Carr going to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A Raider first down, Carter Renfro.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Here's Carr. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. About 3 yards there to the 27. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Hall on to give up the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17. So this defense, Charles, quite a performance. Not working on a shutout, but they have still yet to give up a touchdown as they come up with the interception there.
Well, we've seen this from them before because you can move the ball off through the middle of the field,
But once you get into the red zone, that's where they really clamp down. They come up with the interception there, but you know about this crew. They're playing modern defense, taking care of the red zone third downs and getting after the quarterback.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Now Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barber. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. Here's Brooklyn once again go on offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams.
Carr's pass complete to Devontae Adams. A gain of 5 brings up
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
handoff to Josh Jacobs. He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 4-yard yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
From midfield, here's Carr. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Carr now on 1st down. And that's complete to Adams. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Now Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Barber. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now Carr again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Well, finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Ball again on 2nd down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a gain of 14.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hall. To about the 48-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 26-yard line. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Marcus Alford. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there. Just kind of hoping something good can happen. A completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Barber. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barber. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Carr. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
On first down, Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now he is just 2 catches away from 1,000 on his career. 998 currently. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr, the quick slant caught. Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. From the 27, Wilson, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Alford, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Carr out to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And Davis with it left side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Carr to throw again. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they got the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Hunter Renfro who capped things off with a touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson. And a little floater there is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On the draw, it's Hall. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
A 46-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed with several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On first down, Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. Throwing is Wilson. Completes it to Davis. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Wilson will throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Again, Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And now here's another interception. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just lifted the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Las Vegas, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.